Hello everyone. So today in this video, we are going to solve a question of LeetCode, that is swapping nodes in a linked list. This is 1721 question on LeetCode and this comes under medium category. Alright, so let's start with the problem statement. You are given the head of a linked list and an integer k. Return the head of the linked list after swapping the values of kth node from the beginning and kth node from the end. So basically in this question we have given a linked list and we need to swap the values of kth index from the starting and from the ending. So basically let's see in the first example we have k equal to 2. When k is equal to 2, let's check the second index from the starting and second index from the ending, and when we get both the index we will just swap the values. So there are two approaches to solve the question. First approach is that we can convert this linked list into the vector. Once we convert this into the vector, we can easily swap the values of both the indexes. Once we swap the values of both the indexes in the array, then we will convert this array into a linked list. So this is the one approach. So this approach will take around big O of n time complexity as well as big O of n space complexity. So to optimize this approach, or we can say to optimize the space, what we will do, we will just use a two-pointer approach. So let's see how can we use a two-pointer approach here. So let's take two pointers. First one is, let's say both are pointing at head initially, and let's take two pointers start, or we can say it is slow, and second one is fast. Okay, so what we will do, we will increment fast pointer by k minus 1. So let's increment it by k minus 1. K minus 1 is 1, so let's increment it by 1. Fast will come here now. So what we will do, after incrementing this pointer by k values, or we can say k minus 1 values, so we will get a fast pointer. So we will just name this, or we can say we can point a pointer at this node. Let's point a pointer named as, let's name it first. Okay, let's name it first. Now let's run a while loop until fast next is null. Okay, so now let's increment slow and fast by 1. So let me just increment slow and fast by 1. When fast will be incremented by 1, fast will come here, slow will come here. Now after incrementing it by 1, fast will come here, slow will come here. Then in the next iteration, fast will come here and slow will be coming here. Now slow is here and fast is here. Okay, so what we will do, we will just swap the values of slow and first. Let's say we name this as second. Okay, so what we will do, we will just swap these values. So I hope the approach is clear to you. In this approach, we are not using any extra space, we are just using the constant spaces here, and the time complexity is same because we are iterating through all the n elements of the linked list. So I hope the approach is clear to you. Let's quickly code it up. So let's take, yeah, so let's take two pointers here. First one is list node. Let's take two pointers here. First one is slow is equal to head and fast is equal to head. Also take two more pointers for, for pointing to the first and second node. So let's take first is equal to head and second is equal to head. Okay, so now let's run a for loop by k minus 1 times. So I should be less than k minus 1 and I plus plus. Now just increment fast by 1. So fast next. Now let's update first to fast. Now let's run a while loop until fast is not null or fast next is not null. So let's increment slow and fast by 1 now. So slow next and fast next. Now let's update second to slow. Now what we do, we will just swap the values of first and second. So first value and second value. After swapping the value, just return the current head. I hope it should work fine. Let's just run it. Yeah, we did a syntax error here. Yep, it should work fine now. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's just submit it. Alright, so let's calculate the time and space complexity. So the time complexity of our solution is big O of n because we are traversing through all the n elements, and space complexity of our solution is big O of 1 because we are using the constant pointers here. So I hope the approach is clear to you. If you still have any doubt in this question, feel free to comment it down. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.